Hey, so in this video, we're going to learn how to make a progress bar, a health bar, any kind of bar that grows and gets taken down and is controlled by an amount. This is the simplest way to do it. Okay, so here's kind of the backbone of it. In our draw function, we're going to clear screen. Then we're going to do a rect fill. So that is a filled rectangle. And the rectangle fill has a few arguments: x1, y1, x2, y2, color. All right, so x1, y1 is the coordinates of, if we have a bar like this, x1, y1 is right here, x2, y2 is right here. And so let's just start it kind of over here, which would be like, I don't know, 50, 50 maybe? Just go with, let's do 50, 60, sure. And this one, let's say like, I don't know, 80, 68. Color, let's go and look up our colors here. Let's make it yellow. Now let's make it green. Color 11, okay? So right here is 11. Save, run. We get a box. Yay, we get a box. Let's make this a little bit wider. Let's make this like 30, I don't know, 100, something like that. Save, run. There we go. There's a, you know what? Just because I'm picky, let's make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, there we go. So all we're doing is drawing a filled in rectangle here. But we can make some variables and put them into these arguments. For instance, if we want to fill up the bar, it's going to start at x1 and then go over to x2. So this rectangle is from 30 on the x-axis to 100. So really what we could do would be like 30 plus AMT for our amount, okay? And so we can say AMT for a variable, and let's just say 70. So 30 plus 70 is 100, so save, run. This looks exactly the same. But what we can do is on our update, we could say amount equals amount minus 0.1. And look what happens, save, run. This slowly gets small. Yeah. So we could have this amount get smaller anytime our player is hit, if this is a health bar or something like that. We could have it go down if it's a hunger bar or something. For what we're doing, I'll just kind of leave it like this. By the way, if you want to write this a little bit shorter, you could say minus equals, same thing. It's itself minus whatever this is, minus equals 0.1, save, run. Yeah, it's going to do the same thing. So what if we want it to change color based on its amount? Well, we can do some cool stuff here. We could do something like make a variable called bar width. So BW for bar width. And we'll say this is 70. Okay. Just write a little note for us. And we'll call this AMT. Let's call this health. Sure. Okay. So every frame, let's just do a little calculation on this health. We could say if health is greater than bar width times 40%, so 0.4, then we could assign a color to this, to a variable. Let's just say BC for bar color. Okay, so if it's greater than 0.4, then it's going to be 8. If health is greater than BW times 0.7, then that's going to be yellow. BC equals 10. And if health is greater than BW times 0.9, then BC equals 11. Okay, so what this is going to do is test how much health we have compared to the bar width. So this health is 70, the bar width is 70. Then we need to assign BC as the color, BC, like that. And then now we run this, it should start as green. And once it gets under 90%, it will turn yellow. Once it gets under 70%, it will turn red. Other than that, it will turn red. So actually, we don't even need this top one. You could make more colors and stuff if you want to. We could just say BC equals 8. And if health is greater than 0.4 and 0.7, that'll work. So now if it's over 70%, it'll be green. And if it's over 40%, it'll turn yellow. And if it's under 40, it'll turn red. That's cool. You could do all kinds of other things here too. We could say bar position. Bar position X is 50. Bar position Y equals 60, sure. And we can put those into our rec fill here. So we could say BPX, BPY. Then we could say BPX plus health. And then for the Y, we could say BPY plus 4. And that's going to do the same stuff, but now it's really easy for us to move this bar around without having to adjust all of this stuff all the time. We could just go up here and say, actually, I want this over at 20 and 30, save, run. Now it's up here at the top. We could have this right up at the top of the screen. So, you know, like 3 pixels in from the left edge, if we want to do that. And that's going to keep the same size the whole time. If we wanted health to be at 100, just to have kind of some round health numbers, we could say that the actual width of this would be BPX plus health divided by 100 times bar width. And that would just give us a percentage of that bar width that we could always change. We could have this bar width be something like 20 and have a much smaller bar that would still act the way that we want. We can have it span the entire width of the screen. and it's going to scale correctly. It's great, right? Let's put this right in the middle. Now we have a nice little bar, and whatever you want to affect that bar over time or with an interaction or whatever, you just kind of replace this with it. And so if your guy gets hit by an enemy or something, you could just say health minus equals 10 or something like that. So if hit, then we take the health down, right? And then we would have to decide how to test for hit and all that stuff, which is a whole different thing. But yeah, this works. Now we have a customizable little bar that you can use for just about anything. Hey, if you enjoyed this and you're starting to get into PICO-8, check out this video. This is a free workshop on how to make awesome games with PICO-8. I think you'll really like it. Thanks for stopping by.